Guys, it's Benny. We're trying not to inspire panic around here. It's tough enough to travel as it is with TSA lines and DHS shutdowns. You don't need to be fearful for your life, but it is our responsibility to tell you about some of the threats that are materializing in the skies because, well, that's what we do around here. And the president's plane was grounded yesterday as F-16 fighter jets scrambled to intercept a rogue aircraft that was flying directly towards Donald Trump's plane. Trump's Air Force One sits at the Palm Beach airport when President Trump is down at Mar-a-Lago, and a plane was like going directly at it. Now, most of us are well aware that these planes can be used as weapons. We're well aware that drones can be used as weapons, that there was a deer stand that was taken down right across the street from the Palm Beach airport where Donald Trump comes in and off Air Force One, and that one of the people that'll be serving the rest of his life behind bars, Ryan Ralph, was found guilty of trying to get a RPG to shoot Trump's plane out of the sky at Palm Beach. Just off the top of the head, this is how they tried to attack his plane. So when we saw that they scrambled fighter jets yesterday and locked down the airport, security scare at Palm Beach International Airport prompted Air Force Scramble F-16 fighter jets to deploy flares hours before Air Force One was stated to fly. Authorities imposed a ground stop at the airport, rushed to confront the civilian aircraft. The White House said the security scare took place. Authorities lost communication with a private aviation plane. They turned off the transponder. Civilian aircraft violated the temporary flight restriction called a TFR, meaning the president's traveling in and out of somewhere. So the president's going in and out, nobody can take off. Nobody can fly, nobody's allowed in the airspace. And so instead, the plane flew into the area where Donald Trump's plane was. Thankfully, they were able to be escorted away because of the F-16s. But nonetheless, very expensive and dangerous. Obviously, if you're using a smaller aircraft and you use it as a targeting vehicle, you could do a lot of damage. Flares were used to draw the attention and to communicate with the pilot. They deployed flares to blow up the guy's spot. Highest regard for safety, burn out quickly, and completely pose no danger to the people on the ground. That's what the F-16s did. The White House and Secret Service said Air Force One was not directly in danger. General aviation aircraft was out of communication with air traffic tower. Contact ultimately established when the ground stop was lifted. Okay. So, I guess there was a rumor that there was a drone incursion also. There was no drone incursion. That's the thing that I've been the most concerned about. They've shut down multiple airports because of drone incursions and because of threats from the passengers on these planes. And that's what also happened yesterday. Frontier passenger on flight 2539 from Columbus to Atlanta reported that a passenger had threatened to bomb the plane and hijack the plane on board. He said, "I'm going to hurt everyone. I'm going to bomb this plane." The plane was waiting at the gate assignment at Hartsfield Jackson. So go ahead and listen to this.
Frontier Flight 2539.
Frontier Flight 2539.
Okay, Frontier Flight 2539 have information about the level 3 threat, not level 4 threat, but level 3 threat. I'd like to relay.
Frontier 2539, Light Tower, go ahead.
A black male, approximately 5'9", sitting in seat 3 Alpha. He's in his seat. He's already threatened to kill the lady that's sitting next to him. And he's saying that he has a bomb on board, approximately 58 to 60 years old.
Understand, level 3, black male, 5'9", 3 Alpha, threatening to kill the lady beside him, says he has a bomb on board. Any details on the bomb?
Correct. No details as of right now. That's as much information as we got. We're running our checklist. Once we find more information, we'll get back to you.
So this was reported as potentially a hijacking because he's threatening the lives of the passengers and then threatening that he has a bomb. So the plane has to do what he tells them to do. This was the flight. And you could see right here on the radar, they stopped the airport traffic because of this potential hijacking. Everyone heard this audio. Frontier Airlines has been isolated at the airport. 3 possible hijacking and bomb threat, because that's what happens when you say, "Stop this plane, I have a bomb." You're technically hijacking the bomb, and then you're going to kill the passengers on board, and that's what the passenger threatened. Frontier Airline, it landed at Hartsfield Jackson after the crew declared a potential hijacking incident because a passenger said that they had a bomb. frantic moments as unruly passenger makes bomb threat on Atlanta flight. So we've been seeing this. It seems to be a bit of a trend recently. FBI said there's no continuing threat after a passenger made a verbal bomb threat aboard a plane that was taxiing. Law enforcement responded to the security incident. The passenger, who wasn't identified, made a threat on the Frontier Airlines. He said he had a bomb. He said he was going to kill the people next to him. Passengers who were on board said what they saw and heard. One passenger said it was in row 10. An unruly passenger said something about a bomb. It was very stressful. The flight attendant started saying heads down, hands up, heads down, hands up. Video taken by another passenger posted on social media shows frantic moment. The flight attendant repeatedly told the unruly passenger to take a seat. Sit down, sit down. And the guy started saying the F word. He was texting the guy behind me. They were sending voicemails back and forth. You heard them saying something in French. Weird. Something in French. He kept standing. He told the pilot and flight attendants to sit down. He said he was going to threaten to kill the flight attendants. He was erratic, and then he was taken by the police. The police eventually said that this was a non-credible threat, meaning I guess they didn't find a bomb. Let's go ahead and read. FBI Georgia responded. Atlanta police also. The FBI can assure the public there is no continuing threat. They're currently conducting interviews. Okay. We've seen this footage before with the other flight that was bound to Nashville, where they forced everybody to put their hands up in the air, and there was a bomb threat. This was earlier in the month. So what I'm saying here is that it is our requirement of this site, in our channel, to recognize patterns and to see this kind of stuff. And you can see the tactical teams here, and they apprehend a Middle Eastern young man who also threatened a bomb on a flight. Thank God he also did not have a physical bomb. TSA defunded, people working without pay, people working exhausting hours. You can see that potentially there is, threat levels here that might materialize. With TSA not being funded right on schedule, we have bomb threats. People saying it's false flag. We'll see. Diverted to a remote location as the passenger made a bomb threat and threatened to kill the person. So he's a black guy speaking French. There's a lot of African terror cells. Obviously, an enormous amount of Africa was colonized by the French. There's many French people who speak, African people who speak French. So could this have been a potentially a foreign terrorist? Yeah. This was the other one. Terrifying video shows passengers diverted to Atlanta, hands in the air, as this passenger, never found out who this was, threatened to blow up the plane as well. So anyway, we're seeing a lot of this. Keep your head on a swivel. Stay smart. There's a bunch of truly psychotic people out there. There's a time when things are popping off and getting dangerous. Again, be smart. Head on a swivel. Remember, you are your best protection against evil in life. Okay? Anyway, we're glad that everyone was safe this time around. It's your boy Benny. See ya.